As the London Knights come off a big win against the Barrie Colts to clinch the OHL Championship, there's more good news. The Memorial Cup in 2014 will land right here in London at Budweiser Gardens, but the bid didn't come without some competition.
And we're so very fortunate because we, at the end of the day, had 3 bids. Barrie, London, and Windsor. All 3 were outstanding. But the separator clearly was the host team projected for the London Knights next year. And that goes to the work that Mark and Dale and their scouting staff and the other coaching staff do. I mean, they do such an incredible job, and some people even suggest, and I'm not trying to put any pressure on the head coach, that next year's team might be better than this year's.
General Manager Mark Hunter says the buzz over next year's team is well placed, but it took a lot of hard work to put together.
Well, you know what, even the start of the year, at the trade deadline, everybody, said we needed this, we needed that, and, we stuck with our young kids. We got, I think there's 19 kids we've drafted, or our free agents signed, like Tommy Hughes, a local London kid. So we didn't make many moves. We believe in these kids. They did a lot of hard work to get here, and at the end of the day, it's for next year. We might tweak here or there, but we got a core of kids that want to win.
This year's team, fresh off a Game 7 win, are already planning for the Memorial Cup in Saskatoon. Head coach Dale Hunter says it's a busy time, but it doesn't take away from the thrill of securing the Memorial Cup in 2014.
It's the big win, and you celebrate and you have fun, but had some sleep, and then today, a special day today, we get the Memorial Cup. We know how hard it's got to be. The criteria to get it is, the city and the team, and it is tough, and there's a lot of competition with Barrie and Windsor, so we're very fortunate, and our kids well deserved because they're good players that we have here.
London will host the Memorial Cup from May 16th to 25th, 2014, a week that London Knights Governor Trevor Whiffen says will be filled with events and announcements to honor OHL alumni.
The theme of our bid will be a celebration of the rich history and tradition of the Ontario Hockey League, which will feature and honor all 20 teams, some of the past teams that are no longer with us, and will focus heavily on the alumni. We have a very rich history for creating great ambassadors for the sport of hockey and the Ontario Hockey League who've gone on to do great things at the National Hockey League level and in other walks of life. And we want to honor and highlight those alumni in the year to come and during the 10 days of the Memorial Cup tournament next year. So it's going to be a 10-day festival celebrating the history and tradition of the Ontario Hockey League featuring the alumni.
Now, the Memorial Cup is sure to fill these seats with fans, but OHL alumni will also be here. The Memorial Cup will mark the beginning of the OHL Hall of Fame. And as Commissioner David Branch says, that's still in the works.
It's a big project, but it's one that we have to start. It's one that we have to get our teeth into. And there's also things, Ryan, where there's virtual Hall of Fames as well. So that might be the way in which to best proceed, especially with young people now, technology, So we'll see how it evolves here.
And with the Memorial Cup on the way back to London, local tourism officials say it will be a great economic driver for the city.
If you look at just at the preliminary numbers, we're probably going to sell in excess of $5 million in tickets. The operating cost is going to be in the $2+ million. So you're looking at least $7 million. Plus on top of that, you have accommodation, you have people spending money, buying food, potentially doing some shopping. So it could it exceed, it's the 9 to 10 million range? I think quite easily. So that is merely an estimate, but I think it's one that's a reasonable estimate.
Avery Moore, BlackburnNews.com.